Hey guys, Denobi2 here with Benjamin. Thank you for joining us once again on another Hot Toys Talk here. On this episode, we're going to talk about what I personally got to see at San Diego Comic-Con, which is the Hover DeLorean with Doc Brown and Marty. Okay, so it's been a week. The pre-orders are out. There's a lot of talk. Everybody that I've seen on Facebook that I personally talked to, Benjamin, they're extremely ecstatic and excited for Doc Brown and Marty.
I'm pissed.
Oh no!
I'm pissed. Once you said Doc Brown, I get infuriated. And I remember you texted me and you said, I don't see what the big deal is, why people are getting so angry about this Doc Brown situation. I am pissed because I have the Back to the Future 1 DeLorean, I have the Marty McFly, and I need a Doc Brown. And therefore, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever for them to put out a Back to the Future 2 figure before they finish off the Back to the Future 1 line. Why would you do something like that, especially to collectors? Oh, that's right, because it's Hot Toys.
It's really hard to defend that because if there's one thing we've seen from Hot Toys and this property is that it's not managed very, very well. I mean, it's poor. I mean,
it's piss poor.
It's piss poor. You're jumping from one film to the other, while ignoring the characters from the first film. So,
to me, it was mind-boggling when I got the picture. And I sat there and I was looking at it, I was like, you gotta be effing joking me. Like, there's just no way in hell that you just put a Back to the Future 2 Doc out without even finishing off the line. And Marty's been out for over a year and...
Yeah, like the pre-order...
A year and a half?
If you count the pre-order time span, it's been over
a year and a half. And everybody who bought Marty or was buying Marty at the time when they pre-ordered was thinking, Doc's gotta be coming around.
Yeah.
And then he's in heaven, this guy. He's just like, oh, this is so great, I love it. I was sitting there going, this is bull. You know why? Because it's like, I know that it's your thing. You love Back to the Future Part 2. I love Back to the Future Part 1. Where the hell is my Doc? If Hot Toys was here right now, I would knock his ass out.
I never even reviewed the first Marty because I was not impressed with the face sculpt with the first Marty version. It wasn't. To me, it was not Marty. That did not look like Marty. Michael J. Fox was captured in this second version of Back to the Future Part 2. That is Michael J. Fox.
Oh my God.
That is Michael J. Fox.
I love my Marty. I don't really see it. I mean, okay, look, we can go back and forth. I mean, there's like customizers out there that were doing Marty back in the day. And there's, people who do customs are like, even this new one that's coming out, isn't even close to the old customs from way back when. I think it's in the eye of the beholder. It's like, okay, you might not like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I enjoy my first Marty. The second Marty, I'm not buying any of this stuff. I'm not doing it. Because I just haven't, it's like buying Back to the Future 3. It's like, I'm not interested in it. And I know all of you out there are going to be like, well, Back to the Future 3 is the best one. It's not for me. It's actually the worst one. It actually goes 1, 2, then 3. Like that.
In his defense, I have seen that, and I've spoken to a lot of people where Back to the Future is such a unique property where everybody has a special connection to one of the films. I think that's something that is being overlooked by Hot Toys. We don't understand their process of which character gets made. We have no idea.
And please don't throw that licensing crap out on us.
Well,
because it's not licensing. There's no way that it could be licensing because they already did everything from Back to the Future 1 except Doc. And now they have Doc from Back to the Future 2. So now you might go ahead and run around and say, well, it's licensing because they just don't have Doc's character to use or license from Part 1, but they can do it from Part... No. It's because Doc is more memorable, in a sense, in Part 2 as a character than he is in Part 1.
He is. When folks
That's
think...
why.
You're right. It's more of a stereotypical view of when you think of Doc Brown, you think of him pulling up in the DeLorean wearing that yellow outfit with the red shirt,
right.
He's hey Marty, we got to go back to the future. I mean, that's what a lot of folks remember,
Yeah.
And we understand that Hot Toys is a business, right? We totally get it.
It's a business.
It is a business. So for them to have assumed that we would not have purchased Doc Brown from Part 1, this doesn't make any sense because I would have bought him.
Yeah.
I would have bought the Doc Brown and I would have still purchased the Doc Brown from Part 2.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have stopped me. Yeah. Even though I have a better emotional connection with Part 2.
I don't know why, but 1 is the best out of all of them. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't understand why 2 is good. It's not great. 1 is it.
Shouldn't we be grateful that we're at least getting a Doc Brown, because this is this?
No, not for me. I'm
Well,
not
it
grateful.
has. Well, it's a whole.
They could burn this Doc Brown.
The Doc Brown was on the same path as Drax, where it was rumored, it was legend, it was teased. We weren't even sure if we were going to get a Doc Brown for a while there.
I was sure at least when Doc Brown came, it was going to be from part 1 because everything else was already out. And we are collectors, and we have the right to be annoyed, angered, or anything if it comes down to what we're collecting really isn't being taken in as a whole. So what we're trying to collect is Back to the Future 1, and they haven't finished it off. But then they move on to another series. Mm. So for me to be angry, which I am, is because they are neglectful of me as a collector. And that's what I'm mad about.
Okay.
So
that's actually a fair point. That
was the psychologist Benjamin coming out.
You're absolutely right. You know, I tend to see things, with the glass half full, where I'm just grateful we're getting a Doc Brown, because
I can't use this Doc Brown.
I just assumed, well...
Okay, look at your setup.
Yes.
And I know that you have the Back to the Future 1 DeLorean, you have Marty McFly. But let's just say, mine's almost the same way, but I have Marty with his skateboard and his backpack and everything like that. Now, let's move forward to... Where's Doc?
Okay.
So I have everything, but I don't have that one figure. So
yes.
What do I do? You know?
There is no answer, and like I said,
you did give me an answer though.
Oh, which was?
Buy a radioactive suit and put him in it.
Oh, that's right. I actually suggested that with the
I was like, God damn, he's right.
Yeah, with a third party market on eBay, I'm pretty sure that once this Doc Brown from Part 2 is released, someone's going to make a custom radioactive suit. That
they already have Geiger counters. I think they already have radioactive suits that you could get customs wise, but
let's start with the head sculpt. I'm not impressed. I love Doc Brown. I love Back to the Future Part 2, and I love the series, but the sculpt was a little bit of a big letdown. I don't like these frozen emotional states. I don't like it.
Now, shout out to our fellow YouTuber Xenomorph, because I actually talked to him, and he said that it looks like he's like stuck taking a dump. He's taking a dump like that, and I totally agree with you, Xenomorph.
Yes, I don't like that. It doesn't make any sense.
The look looks like like he's got like a number 2 poking out.
It's the same crap with the first Marty. I don't like those frozen emotional because it's hard to pose them. It's hard to recreate a scene. I like that they went with the more of the static, neutral look of Marty in Part 2. Maybe that's why I like that figure a lot more, because it's neutral. You can pose him inside the car. You can pose him on the hoverboard. There's a lot you can do, but Doc Brown looks like he's expecting the DeLorean to come in from the future. And no, I mean, me personally, if I had the Doc Brown, I would have posed him behind Mr. Fusion, filling it up with a neutral face.
He's filling it up like this.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Hey, I just thought about it. He's holding a briefcase of money like this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're right. How can you pose Doc? You're right. How can you pose Doc Brown with a suitcase of era money with a stupid expression? I'm going to say stupid, you know, and it's not going to stop me from buying it because I love Doc Brown. But you're right. It is a stupid expression. They do make it up with the plentiful of accessories that comes with Doc Brown. The suitcase of money, the newspaper, the sunglasses,
the hypnotizer.
The
go
neural
sleep. Go sleep.
Exactly. So
go sleep.
They make it up in that department.
Yeah.
It sucks because I want to support this line because I feel
because you love Back to the Future.
Well, no, because I honestly feel that Hot Toys is monitoring how the line is performing so that it'll encourage them to release more figures. The same crap with Aliens and Sigourney. I mean, it's going to be at this rate with Aliens. It'll be in 10 years until you finally complete that series. The way they're staggered.
Yeah,
so I don't want that to happen to Back to the Future.
It's exactly what happened to the Predator line.
Yeah.
With Hot Toys, say Predator like 20 times fast. I saw your beautiful videos of the DeLorean and the figures itself. Beautiful. You did a masterful job. I'm not really trying to kiss ass, but I guess it sounds like it. But my main gripe that I have is that I saw how the wheels, the hover wheels, light up, and it's the same thing like Thanos. You have a switch for each individual light.
Yes.
Thanos was a little bit worse because you had to go underneath the seat, unscrew the rock pieces to turn on the switches. At least the switches are exposed for you to turn on. But how many collectors are really going to do that all the time?
No. I don't agree with that.
I have the Tumbler, I have the 89 Batmobile, and I have the DeLorean. those pieces are all just one switch. The only issue with the '89 Batmobile is you have to go in the back. You have to take the whole cover off the back to turn it on. This is the same thing. It's not it's not easy just to pop everything on.
No, and the fact that
It's a waste.
Exactly, and as a collector, I might want to keep that on for several hours with the AC adapter. So the AC adapter will probably power the time circuits, but the wheels will still need an individual power source.
Yep.
Now, let's throw in the correction. We understand that this is a prototype, all right?
It is a prototype.
But this prototype did change from the first version. In
Yes.
this version, we see the actual battery cases. In the first one, it did not. So we get it. We totally get it. We're critiquing this prototype. The second
we're talking
year.
about Back to the Future 2, but let's talk about Back to the Future 1, which you caught last time you were in San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
And it had the lights in the actual console piece.
That's right.
Remember? And that was the prototype also. So a lot of people are going to look at this one and say, there's lights in the back over here. Mm-hmm. It lights up, and oh, look how beautiful it is. It has lights in the wheels, and the console lights up. The final piece, that console doesn't light up at all. There's no lights in the back. There's nothing there.
No, when the pieces finally goes into production, there's going to be shortcuts. Things are going to change. We totally get it.
They start cutting it.
Yeah,
down.
they start cutting here and there. It's still not going to stop me because, like I said, I love the Hover DeLorean, and I'm going to have that bad boy displayed back here in levitation mode.
My question is when are you selling this?
I don't know if I want to though. I've debated because the Hover version, the way the axles look, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to roll. This bad boy rolls on the floor like a Hot Wheels. I've done it. It rolls beautifully. The suspension is there. When you do get the Hover version, which I hope we do, I hope it goes into pre-order because I feel that there is a demand for the Hover version.
Right.
Most of us are going to have it displayed in flight mode. So
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to display it in hover mode. I mean, come on, it looks cool.
So we know that you stand with the Marty and the Doc Brown. You're not going to get it. So would you be tempted to upgrade to the Hover DeLorean at all in the future?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy any of them, to be honest with you. Because it's just not, the way I collect has completely changed. And I don't need to buy everything anymore.
Okay.
Because we just don't have space.
No, you're right.
We don't have the money.
That's right.
And we don't have the resources. I mean, it's not like we're millionaires.
No.
And, Denovi's rolling around in an actual Back to the Future car and he picks me up in it to go shoot.
No.
That's not the truth. The truth is that you can't buy everything.
Yep.
So you have to focus on what you want. So
Absolutely.
I won't buy this because it's not, I'm keeping with Back to the Future 1. The Marty McFly figure is $235.
$235, yes.
$235. He's got the cool ass hat. I
Yes.
love that hat.
The hat.
The sneakers look awesome.
Yes.
Oh my God. He's got the almanac.
Yep. With the bag and
what's the special that comes with
it? The special with the Marty is the toy gun, the arcade toy gun that you see him when he enters Cafe 80. So I mean the jacket, the pants, the face sculpt is there. At $235, that's what they're going for. I mean, I kind of stopped complaining about pricing because it is what it is.
I'm not really
it is what it is.
I'm not complaining about the price. You're getting a plethora of actual accessories.
Yes.
The head scope looks very good.
Yes.
I think we talked about the head scope.
Yes.
I like that it's going to have the hoverboard.
The hoverboard.
You can literally get him like this.
Uh-huh.
He's going to have the stand where he's going to be able to go ahead and hover the same way.
Yeah.
That's like a must-have for any Back to the Future 2 fan.
It is. They are advertising a Mattel hoverboard logo on there.
Now, you did point out to me that there are some discrepancies when it comes to the shoes.
Yes. The shoes, first thing that we've noticed is that in last year's Comic-Con, they advertised the Nike logo, and this year there is no Nike logo. So we're assuming that deal fell apart, or they just didn't get permission. Whatever. Well, it's not a deal breaker for me to have Nike on the shoes and on the gym bag.
I think that the figure would have cost $300 if they had the Nike symbol on it.
I think so too. I think Nike. Ridiculous. I think Nike and the other one was Pepsi. Yeah. I think they all got greedy.
Yeah, there's
no
way.
They all wanted to get in on a piece of the pie, and not realizing that they should have done it for free because that's more advertising for the brand. Right. But it is what it is.
They do have the cool Pepsi bottle.
They do have the cool Pepsi bottle, but it's not Pepsi. It's just a soft drink.
It's like the symbol.
It's a symbol. It's a soft drink bottle. So. Like I said, to me, it's not a deal breaker. I'm sure there's going to be custom kits out there that if you really, really have to have that Nike logo on the gym bag and on the shoes and the Pepsi logo, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to find this stuff on the aftermarket on eBay.
But overall, I would buy Doc.
Yep.
I would buy the DeLorean. and I would buy Marty
Yeah.
if I was into Back to the Future 2, which I'm not.
Okay.
So if I was into it and that was my bee's knees, I would be there on day one.
Yeah, I'm
Give it
sold.
to me.
I'm sold on it.
They're good looking figures. I still don't like the expression on Doc. That's about it.
That's about it. And the pre-orders are out, so we know it's official. We know when Hot Toys goes into pre-order mode. We know we're getting it. I just have my fingers crossed and hope that the Hover DeLorean eventually goes into pre-order because
Right, just don't try to look to people, on the internet or on YouTube for like dates and when they're supposed to be out.
No, there's a lot of folks out there who love to speculate and who love to fortune tell. Look, it's official when the pre-orders are out. That's the way it's always been. I don't know anybody who works for Hot Toys on YouTube that has any inclination. Everybody loves to speculate in the same manner that we give out our opinions on the matter. So, guys, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're sold on this Doc Brown and Marty. Like, subscribe. Donobi2 here.
Benjamin.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.